This is the voice of Susie Martin interviewing my father, William R. Martin, with some of his photos and things like that. So, Dad, do you want to introduce yourself?
I am indeed William R. Martin, although I go by Bill Martin. And today is Friday the 13th, 2013. So double 13s, and so far it's been a wonderful day.
I think so too.
Anyway, Susie asked me to talk about some of my mementos from various stages of my life, and here's a bunch of them. Certainly among my most prized are the trophies from sports car racing. All the ones on the top shelf are from one year, 1961, when I was racing this Corvette. That's an actual model I built of the car, and a photograph behind it, which my mother took, by the way. And she took at somewhere here. Oh, this trophy and that trophy are from this hill climb in Springtown, Pennsylvania. So anyway, some of them are from road racing on courses, and others are from hill climbs. At the end of 1961, I had started out with a little bit of money in the bank, and I ended up in 1961 in debt. I could not afford racing, to say the least. So that was the end of my road racing. I attempted to keep on doing hill climbs, but this is also taken at Springtown Hill Climb in April 1962 by a photographer from the local newspaper, the Bethlehem, Pennsylvania Globe Times, and that's me going over a bump at roughly 105 miles an hour. The car is going to land again out of the frame of the picture. And unfortunately, when I landed, a shock absorber broke, and the car bounced up in the air again, and when it came down again, the road wasn't there anymore, because it takes a bit of a bend to the left. And that was the end of the car, and that was the end of my hill climbing. So, but it was a wonderful period of my life. I learned a lot about, success and determination. I learned a lot about myself, and the fact that I actually could do something athletic, which I'd never been particularly good at anything. I found something I actually was pretty good at. You see, out of 6 road racing weekends, I got trophies and podium finishes in 3, and up against people with a lot more experience and a lot more money. Anyway, it was very satisfying, but it was also sort of an obsession. When you get into it and you find you're good at it, you just live for the next race, and that was not a good thing, to be that obsessed. I know that's what top professional athletes or whatever, they're like that, but that's not what I wanted to do. So in a sense, having the car totaled was my escape. Not that I intended it that way. Anyway, the rest of this are other important things for my life. This shelf down here is primarily trophies of a very different sort. These represent various financing deals that I did, first for Southern Railway and later for Norfolk Southern, as part of my position in the finance department. I had started in the railroad industry as a mechanical engineer in the locomotive and car department on a supervisory training program. So I like to tell people I started out getting locomotives fixed and ended up getting them paid for. The shelf up here, it's fairly easy to figure out, are pictures of important people in my life. excluding, unfortunately, my son James, who does not like having his picture taken. But, oh, I guess I could say that this person is an important person in my life since it's me. But this was taken coming down, after I came down off Mount Kilimanjaro after climbing that in 1997, I believe it was. And having a local brew there in celebration of a successful climb. So a friend of mine took it. You can see about a 2-week growth of beard on me there, because it was a 2-week climb.